all up for this. What the devil is Kabbala and where did it come from?
Stewie, Kabbala is a Jewish mystical tradition emerging from Babylon, and the root for the word Kabbal. It was adapted by the ancient Israelites. This was around the same time that the Talmud was born. Believed to be found under the dome of the rock, left by Jinn and a fallen angel named Raziel. It offers secret knowledge for immortality and godlikeness, claiming that there is one god named Ein Sof. Its central roadmap is known as the Tree of Knowledge. This is believed to be the serpent's temptation to Adam and Eve.
So what text actually defines this system?
The main text is the Zohar. It describes Ein Sof, the infinite God, and 10 Sephirot, stages explaining creation, human behavior, and moral repair within Jewish mystical cosmology tradition. They believe it is their duty to repair the world through a belief called Tikkun Olam, by destroying the Goyim or non-Jews, as they believe the souls of Goyim come from shards of darkness called Kelipot, unlike Jewish souls which they believe originate from a divine light.
Right, that's heavier than cartoons today.
They also believe that they must return humanity to an androgenic, genderless state, and the Talmud defines up to 8 genders in it. This is the origin of transgenderism, and transgenderism has been heavily pushed for by Jewish figures, even back to Weimar, Germany, at Magnus Hirschfeld's School of Sexology in the 30s. This is also reflected through their false transgender god, Baphomet. They also stress different forms of sexual magic. I won't go too much into this, but one of these is performed at the Wailing Wall, where Jews go and are seen thrusting their hips in front of the wall as a form of ritual. Another is Metziza B'Peh, a practice where the rabbi performs oral suction on the wound after circumcision. This practice is highly criticized, as many babies have passed after contracting herpes from this ritual.
Where do secret societies even enter this story?
Originally, some members of the Knights Templar followed this belief system. They then moved to Malta and became the Knights of Malta. After that, they moved to Scotland and began the secret society known as Freemasonry.
Okay, so how does that medieval shift turn into modern Freemasonry we hear about today?
Throughout, many historical figures have been Freemasons, such as George Washington, Napoleon, Ben Franklin, and many more. Some believe Donald Trump is a Freemason. The Freemasonic president, Franklin Roosevelt, is responsible for adding the Kabbalistic imagery to the U.S. dollar. One of the first political parties in the United States was the Anti-Masonic Party, which tried to oppose this. Many Jewish newspapers have reinforced their involvement in Freemasonry, and Freemasonry has been seen as Judaism for the Gentile.
What about modern pop culture then?
In the 1900s, occult writers like Aleister Crowley studied Kabbala alongside astrology and magic, influencing later movements. L. Ron Hubbard knew Crowley associate Jack Parsons before founding Scientology in 1954. Artists like the Beatles, David Bowie, and Jay-Z referenced Crowley's slogans. Madonna even claimed to be a Kabbalist, and in one of his emails, Jeffrey Epstein called her cattle for dabbling in Jewish beliefs. Kabbala is the origin of Luciferian satanic beliefs, and is why the entertainment industry seems so satanic today.
So rewind a century, what about Benjamin Disraeli?
Benjamin Disraeli was the first Jewish prime minister of the United Kingdom. He claimed that later on, there would be a European revolution led by Jews. This was foreshadowing the Bolshevik Revolution and the spread of communism. This was around the time at which they believed the 400 years of destruction would start. They claim that these are the birth pangs for the Jewish Messianic age, or the age of the Antichrist.
All right, fast forward. How does Chabad Lubavitch carry these mystical ideas into modern politics and culture?
Chabad Lubavitch is a highly influential sect of modern Judaism and are deep into Kabbalistic beliefs. The recently deceased head of Chabad Lubavitch, Rebbe Menachem Schneerson, was influential over figures like Benjamin Netanyahu, urging him to bring forth the Jewish Messianic age, which is probably why Israel has been acting the way they have recently. They are also deeply involved in the U.S. government, as figures like Trump and Mamdani have been seen performing rituals at Schneerson's grave. Also, these are the same ones digging tunnels under New York. On a podcast, one of those rabbis was asked about the bloody mattress in the videos, to which he responded that it was used to perform rituals on a recently deceased individual to bring forth the Messiah, which would be a Schneerson. He did not explain how the individual died. They are so influential that President Carter actually designated Schneerson's birthday as National Education Day in the United States to honor him.
So where do the Noahide laws fit in here? Are they meant as universal ethics or rules everyone else is expected to follow?
The Noahide laws are 10 laws that non-Jews are required to adhere to according to Jewish law. One of them makes all other beliefs, including Christianity, punishable by death. The crazy thing is that the U.S. government has already officially recognized these laws in George Bush Sr.'s presidency under already recognized in the U.S. via 1990 Joint Resolution 104 Stat. 130 Public Law 101-267. After seeing him up and down the Epstein files and knowing he's a member of the Skull and Bones Society, it checks out.
So, are we supposed to take all this as documented history, or are we drifting into myth and fairy tales here?
Here's the real takeaway. Whether you think it's real or not, the ones who rule over you do, and they don't exactly have your best interests at heart.
Are you noticing yet?